Arsenal ne Liverpool rather yengoma olunaku olwaleero ku DSTV gye tugendamu era nga again wasasudde akawiikiko already olina okuba nga oli set nga building up to this game bingi bye tulina osooka otunuulira because Gyokeres ali ku Akazito goolo ntono tezinnawera Kai Havertz akomawo Amad Diallo ne Olegana Social manyi olugendo lwabwe guys bingi tuli live liking and sharing and ne keke Happy New Year keke.
Happy New Year bro. First time okukuba this year. Nganja jendi tulabye ndiba yaffe twesidikireyo.
Saba musajja wo bamugobe amorimu ayito.
The dance I've never been manager out. Sisi bila manager out.
Musajja wangamba da oyagala Ole kuba da oyagala Ole.
Ole is the reason why Ole is that bona bayina magezi gakapiira bona bakategeera. Ate if twina magezi kugaweza or balancing out by your assistant. Yes. The key thing is the man on top. Quality is a leadership. Ali calm, ali patient, can he deal with the gate man? All the yomuntu from the gate window jakubera wansi.
Kayagala ola
atandikira. Ne amre mnamwagala, netanag namwagala, bona bagadde. But aliwe we ku defending.
Ole wa mu defending nga yakagenda bamugwa pretty much well but keke ya predicting anti Ole walai ayinza okubanga at some point buyo alabika tisawa yona kigwa but Arsenal Liverpool yeriwo yengoma eriwo ni nabe nasaze nabo keke ne bagamba ne Brighton yekolerani omutufu ne Pep mwenyini akolerani because 3 games Man City tewangula Arsenal we funa wangula empire ejidako nzange ena effectively basebe egenda
Arsenal yagenze dda kyo ekintu ekirina ebizibu byalina for the last few years injuries bijibe namya phasing out also towards the tail end of last season by losing a Saka to injury and they still won games. Odegaard they still won games, so there's no one man who keeps Arsenal afloat. Gabriel they still won games. Havertz they still won games. Jesus they still Eze Madweketeli ojegera and arguably they have which is the key thing as long as Mabiga tuli okay into bita kwa Liverpool bizo byawe bitanze with Alisson being out for a long time, so you need to have that confidence. That's all about when Ramsdale started showing signs of cracks. Oh man, no ali a bit feeble musajja naga muvira kanfuno mala kuintegrate ofya Spanish muno de kana kakabi yanchitegera nelaba abana bakabi abaina saves ezakabi they can't win championships but sometimes keeper wins you at least 15 points a season. So your team you need to complete tena bituli baina everything going for them.
Ne Victor Gyokeres Akazito kazi kajja Kai Havertz huyo Gabriel Jesus yakomyewo Kai Havertz akomawo mu sali yate teno jasambe tali nti basambira a striker ngawe twalabye United ku band nga basambira Chesco. Tolowooza anti Kai Havertz Gabriel Jesus basobola okugoinga ahead of Gyokeres.
I mean what for me I see basically is Arteta has different ways of attacking. You won't have you have to have a fixed 11. You don't have to have a fixed 11. In certain games when I'm going to play big centre backs, who take on them. In games where I feel like the so you go with your healthiest, your fittest, but also tactical gundi if it calls for something different. And there will never be a game where tonight AC Villa plays Express. I saw someone body full. It's very very rare for a team full. So right now Havertz study full. Jesus study full. So I see they have a lot of attacking options, dynamic options. Really, and I like Havertz chaba. In fact, you said Havertz will be a better plug for those wingers Madueke ne Eze. His movements, his touches, his through balls, ainaka Firmino kalike yake wanga bagundi sala ne mane. So he's a scary player. They have him back at the right time kwa wanga. Till end of season they're about to kick off. Man, it is an envious place to be an Arsenal fan. But you know kuba wali walungi.
Ne Arsenal Liverpool tonight. Liverpool ebadde ekomawo slowly nga tunayogera ku title race kuba waliwo a bit of belief abantu bakyalina a bit of belief nti Pep ayinza pulling off something maybe ekiyinza olemesa Arsenal but realistically Timu ya Arsenal bw'otunuulira Liverpool gye bakwata olwaleero ebadde gye improvinga. Yes, Arsenal odds on title favorites naye Liverpool ebadde gye improvinga. UEDCL ebintu bye. But Liverpool ebadde gye improvinga. But if you look at this game, Liverpool erina chance okuba Arsenal. Wa weefunira chance?
Definitely Liverpool are very much improved. One thing is for sure they're defending better because I think Chibale was a muchachi tuli cha Mohamed Salah, who is still one of the best Premier League players. But Jewe, in fact, that at 11 by now is defending a little more aggressive. And there's a lot to prove. Now that is Montalivo. There's been a lot of hate towards Liverpool even before the season closed. They spent so much. $500 million, they're the defending champions. Gyokeres says slot out this. But the fans don't give up on their team. They cheer them on. The Fulham game really a tough one to take. But in the last minute Fulham never started. So the Arsenal game, they'll be up for it. We're on a contender, on the top of the table. They feel if I get 3 points or at least a good performance against this person, maybe a draw, it shows people that I'm still on the thing. Tonight actually, if Liverpool get a result, it basically makes them. Everyone talks about them again. That, hey, tonight if they are beaten, you might as well put a seal on their Premier League, ambitions this year. For Arsenal, it would basically be a statement of, I'm beating the champion in front of you. Here he is. So it's almost, no, is this your king, Molina? So tonight it's one of those things of defending champion fighting to show I'm relevant, and the top of the table contender, the favorite, is saying I'm the guy. So it's a boxing match, heavyweight round here tonight. It's not a simple fixture. It's almost Express Vida is Liverpool Arsenal really in terms of Akazito. Express Vida yeah.
Interesting guys, mutulaba ekizikiza naye mubimanyi EDCL ya mubyekola naye kasita mutuwulira light ejja kudda tukomewo mutulabe, but build up teina kustopinga in darkness even in light tubaawo ngenda kuterayo graphics obenga zolabanga twogera, just focus on the voices kwa at least otuwulira. Tete tunasala na kaviri bulungi enewe tusife tuli awo tunyuma nnyo tunuulira keke tujja genda so mutuwonye. But Hassan Boljo naye Ola Naja Brajanovic Sentongo number 1 Sentongo agambye oli yazedda almost oyinza ogamba kumpi. It's a question of when not if oba Ola Naja talks da ziri serious, but keke what a good, I feel like this is a good timing Ola okujja abatunuulira ku baana bano okubeera nti ole abaana most of these kids here abakozeeko nabo ate nga bato ate bali promising and exciting. Akomyonga most of them bali you would say in their prime. Talk about Bruno Amadia lokati time ye moment ye yamuleeta and has always had a good eye for talent. Tolowooza nti yes tuyinza oba ne reservations zaffe tuli sad nti Amorim yagenze, but this return could be timely and a match made in heaven.
It's great for us. Abagala Ole also who love the club and who want the best for the club. Change is good. Amorim, I think, was getting disgruntled. So Ole is new energy. He's someone we've known before. Better the devil, the red devil that you know, and he's back. And not even the red devil. He's the babyface assassin. He's a good guy. There's no one who has anything bad to say about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. The only worry is that he's coming back to a place that's a bit toxic. A bit weird. There's no trust that they've really garnered Manchester United. They cut on jobs to create, I don't know, which budgets, now you see how they fire their coaches. But very controversial, very weird. There's no signs, but there's good chemistry inside there. So Giacomo Weyo, aina kola nnyo. Sinachinto kola.
Ne squad yo akeke botunulira la squad ya Man United. Eri balanced bonanga bakomyewo. Ndabanga squad yinzo okuba enzibu because all azanya system ki 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, you play for at the back 4-2-3-1. Of course, there's a time even 4-3-3. Kwanga you'd like to play those 3-2 runners. You had Daniel James, Yabiani Rashford up top. Nabane gundi Mashanga is fit. Negative ni byachokamo Green would not enter into that team. Times he had Cavani up top, Greenwood playing off of Cavani, Ronaldo Naja. So he has had a lot of people to switch around with. He has had a depth of talent. Yaita ne Sancho ngayaga kumetinga chaba wingers aba flying. Of course Sancho let him down. Pelestri yamuleta, Amadi yamuleta. He believes in wingers, he believes in the United way. Yoku bring it, dribble them, kill them with pace. Throw in a cross and hope the big man puts it away. Beats his centre back. So he's dynamic. Of course, there was that fallout fallout in a way. It was more of it. I don't think the Lukaku football worked for him. So it kind of, I don't know if they were clashing. He's trying to favor Rashford and Martial. Styles are clashing, but I just felt like, I guess he had too much talent on his hands, and he felt like his boys, the wingers and the quick ones were a better fit than Lomero, who again is a legend in Premier League, goes as It's just that in certain systems,
naye squad yeno yobogitunulira based on what we know about him omupiira gwasamba ndabanga ajja okubeera spoiled for choice in certain positions, ajja okubeerako ne difficulties mu squad selection, a bit of headache. Wakati tunira obasambisa otya all players fit.
All players fit. Omutacha ajampeza message wano. All players fit. Mad Diallo. What do you do? There's an imbalance in the squad. But I feel sometimes we overthink things. Sometimes play your best players attacking wise.
Who are those? Who are those?
I wouldn't play Ahmad. When everyone's saying you should be playing, I'd actually take him back to full back. Do you know why? I have an extra attacker on the pitch. I'm not yet confident enough to defend what I don't have. So Ahmad Muzanyisa, I have Kuni on that pitch.
Ahmad is a natural crosser of the ball.
And because I have a new of playing football, cross that ball in my because now I've navigated to a back four. Ahmad will be my full back. And he plays the Gary Neville role. Now imagine the Gary Neville chances with Ahmad. The crosses, the runs, wing abantu. He'll have a lot of space to play with if his players playing with him. Mbumo or Kuna or whoever. We have a better serviceman up top who will take that cross, take the through ball. I play all of them. I don't try to overthink it. More balance of the squad. It's minor. It's not as if I used to concede 6 goals in a game. No. At most it's 3. But if I have a guy who at least constantly gives me an attacking outlet, I have a better chance to win. Watch together.
So you have Ahmad on the left,
in
front of him, okay. So you have Ahmad, Martinez, Sigala Central.
More defense. If everyone is fit, I think
Martinez not delete.
I mean that is the partnership Jolabao. That Haven has spoken to his interceptions are good. His movement is on point.
So and you push delete to the right, Nava right back, then
yes.
Haven and Martinez central,
yes.
Then Ahmad on the left.
Ahmad on the right. Ahmad is my right back. Then my left back is.
You want him right back?
Why I want him right back is that he shoots better. When a left-footed guy cuts in from the right, his shooting foot is on.
You don't want crosses. You want that inverted. You're not playing for Shesko. Fletcher.
Ahmad is good enough to cross that ball. He just has to adjust his body. And sometimes he can kick it out of the boot. But here's the thing: with the people being dragged outside, his foot is there to take that shot. You understand?
So your defense is?
I have Ahmad. I have Delete. I would have Haven. And then I'd have him with Martinez. Yeah.
Then in the middle?
The middle, I am going...
You're thinking Oli now, like Oli now?
I'm thinking like Oli. I'm going 4-3-3. So in the 3 down there, I have Bruno. He's the top axis for Mino and Casemiro.
Okay. Then the top 3?
The top 3, I have Cunha.
Cunha on the left?
On the left.
Ahmad. Mbumo.
Then Mbumo on the right.
Just up top.
Just up top.
That's so smart, by the way. Think about it. I had struggled to see how I fit Ahmad and Mbumo in the same team. But it makes sense. Twagera Luganda. Nowadays struggling okulaba wenfitinga Ahmad ne Mbumo mu team yemu. Naye ate nga ndaba making a sense because woba ne Casemiro Casemiro is your 6. Kobe Maino is the 8. Bruno your 10. Ahmad one of the defenders.
Yes.
Agatteko cross eyo.
The guy never roll eyo. Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually the only thing. Be playing, but I want to have all my attacking players on the pitch, and he can defend. He can close on your best player. He's a runner. Yeah. Overlap is a king. Yeah.
Never solid. Olowooza ki gwe alaba olowooza ki ku eyo nga wetulinda starting 11 zino eza eya Arsenal ne Liverpool. No, ontwistinzemu mind. Of course amati sijja muteeka nze ku right. Ate kati otwistinzemu mind yange. Quite honestly.
Crossers of the ball nabangi. Casemiro has a good big ball. Bruno kwaliko pitch. Maino kwaliko pitch. Crossers so I don't have to have everyone over crossing. I just need to have a guy, once a cross has been killed, can he cut in and shoot?
Yeah, ndabanga Amadi kati nzapata Amadi muteeka ku left kati ate olese eyo idea because Amadi alina oba ku kisaawe embuma alina oba ku kisaawe so teeka Amadi hane bola ebyanabye tengero teeka Amadi eno ku left teeka delete ne Martinez mu central defense teeka Heaven ne Martinez central defense teeka ku right delete proper big whatever center banga ngolaba teta wako esaba Timba nateka Julian Timba ku right back teka yo delete then Makati Kobe ne Casemiro mu Makati then Bruno 10 yeah
control. I mean, if you're gamble, guy is not a natural 6. Who is a natural 6? Was Fletcher a natural 6? Philip Neville a natural 6? No, but they were hardworking people, and because he has more good than bad. And how many times would the other number 10 pass him anyway? Which they get see basketball or cricket ball.
Ate Amadi ali solid defensively. Ayinza flying oyo najiuba bayinza okuteaming up bulungi neba. Yeah, I think it makes sense. It makes a bit of sense. But again, tulinze confirmation ya Ole Gunnar Solskjaer kuba it seems talks ziri advanced nnyo okubeera nga yegatta ku Manchester United again. Bwire Michael, yes, gakomyewo. Bruno should play as a number 8. Then Kunya 10, Mbumo 11, Ahmad 7. Ogambye otya? Kankademu nka internalizing bulungi. Ayina ejazi list nze namba ezo lindawo kati nkakuddiremu nange nketegereze. Agambye nti this is Bwire Michael. Bruno should play as a number 8, then Kunya a 10, Ahmad 7. So who are you? So you've dropped Kobe. Oyataise asudde Casemiro bako Bruno azanya waba 8 yani 6. Kitaiza Kobe gwosudde sisula Kobe.
Kobe nangisomosula.
Kobe yampa control y'omupiira eri regulated. Nze ye munana wange oba secho Bruno wazanya 8 Kobe ye 10.
Yeah.
Actually I would play Bruno 8 Kobe 10.
Yeah. Kobe 10. Yeah, Kobe 10. I mean, Kobe has showed ball carrier ekintu kiganye defense switching ze ukimachi kola Kobe.
Kobe you know why simwagala mu 8. Kobe taina bulungi defensive discipline. Jukira 8 olina okubaako olina okuba organized togenda nnyo. Kobe agenda yo afuna omupiira agenda na out of position ate nga taina speed yedda ku recoveringa. Kati naye ye instincts ze zigenda maaso ali wa danger agenda maaso abanonye wali omupiira. So I think if you free him as a 10 nga agenda talina responsibilities nnyo ezo defending you know nze ndowooza he will fit in proper. That's why I need him more nga 10 nga 8 than Wanseno kuba nga 8 bwagenda atalekera nnyo ono old Casemiro omulimu gw'amaanyi omukavalinga ne Casemiro takyabisobola. That's why I think azanye a bit better ne Ugarte because Ugarte yalina physicality yazi Kobe bwataga bwapala Ugarte asobola okudduka nagezaako nga naye bwadda. But I think I'm
trusting omwana bamweka ngule I would really want to build the team around Kobe Maino. Kwa mwana namulaba mu friendlies ezo yamenyekere mu America and his control of a game, it is so mature. Atambuza ekintu, atambuza abaana. You know, we put so much thought on positions, and you have to have the discipline. And sometimes if a man is good enough, you know, if a man is good enough, he is old enough and perfect enough. And sometimes kati omuntu ngoyo, if I know aja tambula ave mu position ye aletewe ekizibu, it's down to his teammates to cover, to fill gaps. Sekobi avuddewo yimira waawo. Close these angles here. Watch this man, because he's that good. Watch the guy. Let's not him move, also don't move. That's be a IQ on the team to cover for a man who was gone. Watch the guy. Martinez steps up or delete. You know, coach achitegera. But I can't. With a team that struggling to create chances. So I take one of my most creative players to gain balance. What does balance gain? What's position given me? Matter of fact, I'm better without the ball than with the ball. So let me have a guy who's good in the few times we have the ball. Then the pastor's going to. Thank you.
Sawa tano Arsenal Liverpool guys, excuse me, temwerabira nti yengoma enene ya lero ku DStv eyasasudde gwa ka wiki oba tonnaba nkugamba *165 gye wetaaga yoka obenga obeera mu line ngobeera mu class lineups, probable lineups nga post zinafuluma. I think definitely Alisson for Liverpool kaki ezono keka wadde tannabeera solid. Naye agenda kati oba picking a stable naye yali weak link, but Frimpong I think naye atandise okupickinga mu Liverpool, atandise okukola assist ya crossing emipiira. Bradley oba leero yanaabawo, we shall see will be there. No probable 11 gitugezaako okulaba, but we shall see the final 11. Then Konate, Van Dijk, backline yen I think Arsenal eri solid enough. Ndabanga eri shakeable. Konate naku zino tankakasa. Bakuze
bajja champions hangover. Okitegera. Last year they really won on the brilliance of Mohamed Salah. Ne abantu basenga no bakusajja bakulu. They'll do well Konate and Van Dijk in the Serie A. Okitegera. Ne kati mu Premier League every weekend you're facing a runner, a skilled player, a big man. Whether it's what I made it this weekend, it is even simple men like Ngomsajo no wa Aston Villa. Oli Watkins could do same scene. So olane Ivan Toney achazi kuba mu Saudi Pro League. So I want to have Premier League and again kuuza is someone in his mid 30s, just a struggle right now. City without Luis Diaz and Gavardol. So what does that tell you? League league tough when you have to mark some of these best strikers. So Kake's I mean his predecessor is a legend. Robertson. Oli Frimpong predecessor legend. So there were big shoes to fill from the get, and it didn't help that in their first season they didn't have the guidance of Alisson for many of the games. Which take it as so you have to have your guy that you trust. Then of course midfield Mrs. Zebanji out of injury, but there you go. Team Mayo is still very very worthy.
Vits are picking up.
Sajja watumwani aja bamusekede mu fantasy. Bamusekede abana. Ne as long as you stick around. Naina Mohamed Salah kati I flirted a bit with Etikite.
Kuba.
Nemo Arsenal namu Saka Negunde. Naina what's his name? Mu Italy na nemujayo Calafiori. Yeah. Baby kati that's what it is.
It is what.
Ate gwe unani?
Shesko. Of course itavamu ate captain.
Well done.
Adi kyankola nga nange sikitegera naye nagano mujjayo.
Last night yakufulidde full points.
Maximum points.
Patience pays. Unakyogoba if
patience wetaaga ntono nnyo kola kozi tegera kyakola. Victor Gyokeres though keke. Tannabeera convincing. Tebamusambi. See, this is my issue.
Top of the Premier League, top of the Champions League, everything here. Ali bulungi.
Umanya ati tabayagala Kai Havertz. Ati Kai Havertz season mu 2020-2021 season yateba 9 goals and 7 assists in the last 14 games for Arsenal. Ati the way because Gyokeres yajanga tulowooza Arsenal agenda ku maybe nga kukola nga Mani bwe yazannyinga wala abazannyira Shesko tebakikola.
Arsenal, they don't play for anybody. They play for each other. They create offense from everywhere.
Yeah. So Gyokeres akituulamu asookayo Gabriel Jesus. Besides ogamba nti eno new signing tulina ogikakayo. That's what I
But when everyone is absolutely fit, I think Havertz starts over Gyokeres. But Gyokeres comes number 2. Yeah. Because of the fact that Amanya ina, and in games you watch, tena kucheba goals. It's just that he takes the attention of the defenders, his movement, his bully ball, asikisajja bibiri what nagu letting her off. So ne bintu byakola ebiri not beautiful for the naked eye. In the but it has intangibles. It opens up space for those really strong runners and Chikola. I mean, of course, people that prefer the fancier, but I think Ankuli Arsenal is the perfect team right now.
Shesko beginning to look like a good signing for Man U.
It's going to happen. I mean, but of course, last night you can't really rate because it's Burnley.
But also, the style was different. Yeah. How do you assess Fletcher ball?
It's too early to tell.
Okay, from what you saw, what did he change?
Again, it's hard to tell because Manu manager bounce. The kids will run for you that first day. You can play, what is the weirdest formation? 2-6-3. And they'll still play it well. Manager. Nenyagalanga. You've entered about 10 games in. We know how you play. We know what you like going to. I want to rate him 10 games. In these early games, there's a lot of adrenaline running, a lot of this. Formations, the thing you're playing, 4 guys have it, 10 other guys have it. So there's nothing special. What I want to see is when the going gets tough, what happens? Listen, yesterday, there's a lot to like. One about daring. Sean Lacey, Shane Lacey. The Man United fans, there's a lot of happiness. Now, hey, you saw what he can do. But it also means this. Other defenders now also know what he can do. So the chances he goes yesterday, he won't get again. They'll block that shot. So now you have to now up that. Do you beat your man? That's why many players who make you happy on their debut, when they have I don't know money about it. Scouting report. So excitement here, game 1, see here, game 5. To love it at.
Again and again.
Yeah, man.
George Mutegeke, Maino is a good player, but very lazy. Laziness. Why be the end of Maino? Or I think what he meant to say will be the end of Maino. And let's be honest, he has been good ever since the FA Cup final. That's why Amorim was very critical of him. Yeah, because he needed to add certain things in his game for the role Amorim Jamwagaliza Chechituf. But if you think about it, move system we have midfielders basatu. Maino actually his best fit as a 10 and not as a 8. As a 10 aja kubanga, he's not even defensively see a worst guy. He's not really up there. But by singing the aja kubanga Ozil na yemba munyomi Ozil defensively I think was not doing so much. But Kobe is good for me as a 10. Is good honestly. But
yeah, we said Omutali lazy ninga. They win you games. Omutunga Babatov. Play. I mean, at the end of the day, some of our players don't look lazy, but it's too busy. But what is the end ball? In a game that is so in a game where we are so confused, we're chasing, we are running all over the place. I need his composure. If the first 2-3 games they'll be a bit rusty, he'll be a bit beaten here and there, I think he'll clean up those things. I want to bank on Kobe's the things. Then another person who, like, no, sorry to say, I don't like criticizing players. Okay, I won't say his name, but there's some 60s that we already have who they are just shaky. I can help you. If Kobe comes and all I have to just work on is his laziness, I take him.
Because aina kyakuwa kyotagenda funa mbalala. Yeah. Atenga kikulu nnyo tokirina.
That's not hard for him. I mean, you tell them Messi syndrome. If he's just a player, you work hard around him. Yeah. Exactly. We all can't be Declan Rice.
You're building the team around someone.
Thank you. And I believe the Kobe meant to be Akola. Take a gamble. When you about building a team means star player with dribbling, or if it's striker, or no. Sometimes it can be a keeper. Yeah. A really good keeper. Yeah. Always again. And right now, if I feel like Kobe is that guy, and we've seen that he clips the ball, that goal against Wolverhampton Wanderers, guy, he moved fine on England, he ruro. Yeah. Kumtuze ku bench, makezi chago.
Yeah, I think Amorim yagezaako tu convincing anti performance wali ku kisaawe twagala ddiba. Kalisa Ivan ogamba otya weebunga ntiddemu Man U eyinza obutagenda mu Champions League. Wilcox ne munne batulekemu bakite. Arsenal is going to win Liverpool today convincingly. Wilcox mugobye. Wilcox akifudde one man show ndowooza yene Omar Berada bakola bye baagala.
Mbutu nyingi kati mu Manchester United. Buli mwagala ku impressing Radcliffe, nati ne Radcliffe naye kiraze mbu ekyamanyi kyo kiwanvu. I just feel like omuzeeyi agala kukola bingi, maybe alowooza talina time, maybe tajja kuba nga batandise okuwininga, so ali paniki. Naye ekisinga okukola Man United fans abali real sad is the fact that batukama mu summer mwamena emyaka 3. So we put up we said, okay, let's watch this thing play out. That's what we want, for a manager to have time. No manager has actually said, they all said, I was kicked out before time. They all didn't make at least 3 years. Agezako kuangalako Jose ne Solskjaer, there was a bit of culture, there was a bit of winning. Sadly, chichigana. So what can you say? The Manchester way.
The Manchester way. Signings kati zitolo chukamu oba basha making a sense babaleba.
Choose formation. Limsa 350. Katonoje maybe his demands are different. Then market yao maybe twagala gula mukaga kubanga bamanyi what's his name? Konejali Koli ali ku loan somewhere. Why no one buying batunulide? They're thinking, don't go and buy a superstar and then you stole the growth. Because I'm sure they could have gone and bought, instead of going for the Mbomos, they could have gone and gotten Baleba, because but if they're saying let's not buy in this position, there's clearly a reason, and we've seen it in very, very many clubs. So position here, next thing a man is out of nowhere, one are shining, because they knew they were getting someone coming in that position. So don't spend too much. Wanga, you find yourself in 2-3 years, you have too many players. Then the issue now is, well, all these players play, there's too much this, then there's complaining. What do you know? Which is about happened at Arsenal, by the way. They have too many wingers.
Man U, where do you expect United? Okumalira, the very best. Everything goes well.
Of course, if everything goes well, Champions League, the Champions League positions are 3rd and 4th. They can, if everything goes well, they're that good. Twins 3rd or 4th, but they're not that good. They're not that good. You have to go right, consistency and some, but though again with good leadership, I feel like a Chamukobisa last time round. Chamukobia, I kind of cast like a Greenwood. It killed everything in that team. As a fan base, we were so shocked because he was our star player. Don't get it fooled. Coaches are good, but they need star players. Akana baka siba, akana baka suspending. Pogba na Rala. The players that he had, Cavani, Ronaldo, the Vigana, it all collapsed on him, and we could see it collapsing to a point where we are bagging like Watford. Now the fans were, but you forget one thing: those fans were used to being champions. We still felt it, but that's what we need to be. When you get tested, 15th, 16th, yet all it took us 2nd, 3rd, because again, mindset here fairly was supposed to be. I think I do get one thing. He was a man who used to beat Pep a lot. He knew how to beat Pep, so he knew how to rally his players. So okudda kwesikubi ne abantu baddamu bafu. Wali toxic, wali chali mubanja.
Riba. Kalisa Ivan Amorim was not supported by player to buy players, and those kids need an experienced player to learn from. But Man U twagamba bakyusemu ebyogulagula abasambi buli kaseera bazimbe ku baana abato ate mwagalira basigale nga baspendinga already bagula. I think they outbought themselves by managing bakozese be balina ba managing baletemu abaana ba managing kuba tiimu kwe kuzimba togula take time era kuba kati mwabagizi muteekawo pressure ne mulowooza nti byakugula omusajja muteekako Akazito nalowooza nti yetagagula.
What is the spine of Manchester United?
I think
abantu basatu banna mu spine yayo abali bomanyi
Bruno.
spine ya United
Bruno, right now, Ahmad, the keeper, Lamens, and maybe Mbumo.
kati awo wali obuzibu awo. I do not believe the spine of the team should be foreign players. I believe the spine of the team and the success of Manchester United has been always based on their youth. Never get recently with DNA. And everyone got it wrong. May I feel that the real DNA of Manchester United is youth. Abana bafira mu nnyonyi bali youth teams. Madakan Edwards banirerere. Ochegera. Abana Busby Babes magenzi baguli bonna abana ba Fagi Manchester. Ochegera. Then if you're not Manchester born, wakati wa Beckham, they go through the academy or go through the Manchester way of things. Ochegera gigs. Wales, Beckham, London. That's how you build. The last Man United team to win a European Cup, yali team yani. Yali team ya Mourinho. Euro Cup. Also, that team, it still had now academy. Lingard, Pogba. Then the kids who won the Youth Cup. You have to have a bunch of guys who say, we're not going to lose today. Who are not overawed by Manchester, but Jim is home. You're supposed to keep that core. They don't have to have talent. They don't have to have world class. 4 or 5 of them, but identity team. Kati, wofuna world class player in the world. Go yongerezako. Cantona pum. Kagigs and Cristiano to Van Nistelrooy pum. Kweli koa itavao. That's who are hard to beat. Mbona bisho again okuja mu Chelsea okongerako Didier bani yasanga Lampard, Terry. Core. That's what I mean. So when you tell me Man United spine is people who can easily be sold, who can go tomorrow, who are teenagers. Rooney no Ronaldo, babongeza ku Neville scores core eri chaliwo. They just put Rio into that core, Rio Ferdinand, as an Englishman who plays with me for England, chava kolera. He made as if at Manchester. But that's why he keeps us he sees himself as a Man U game more than our Leeds or West Ham. You need to have that. And you have to be from the same country. Barcelona and Spain. There's that core. You have to have it. We're not going to lose today. Dito tukuba sure. Then to tongeza ukaka star. Liverpool, Trent, who?
Gerard. Core. Bwire, when you want to play Mbumo Ahmad, Bruno and Cunha, you should drop Casemiro or Maino. Okay, Kalisa, Ivan, they need to bring Ruben Neves. How far is that deal? Can't get into because in them kati tutaba direction yempya tunagitegeera different manager banamuwa sente wa interim
nafuna emipira
the lot kola bye tutamanyize hard worker mukozi yeah
but what in professionalism we
ne Cristiano ya musingolinga out. I keep referring to Cristiano. Cristiano yali so specific mu bintu byakola ne byayogera. Ye mentioning erinnya ddalo as one boy am impressing. Kase unyanti buli manager zeba interim bani. I don't think he's favored. I think he earns it. Yeah. He's professional. Oba tumwagala oba tetumwagala oba bigana ali professional. He has earned his right okusamba. But waliwo bijotuuka ate byadjusting we mundoza kuba badde batunula direction yemu kati oba na twistinga ne batandika oteeka Ahmad mu defense onowulira George Mutegechi. Manchester United needs to revamp its midfield as a priority. This is one of the reasons we are suffering as a club. Amorim was not supported to okay. Fans demonstrations bafani voka nyanti banyivu. Amorim ndoza jali anyumirwa alaba abantu bamulwanirira. Nganti dem Manu itainza obutagenda mu Champions League. Wilcox demunne batuleke mu web. Are you aware that even in the other teams too far under 21 even women team which is a clear issue that of course je tugamba issue teziri kugundi. Just it's the institution not just the club. Institution teina direction nga mugira bayiyo. Atulabo bazifulumye in a few minutes zigenda fuluma the lineups. Antoine Semenyo saawa yonna kiggwa. I think medical yagikoze eya Man City. It's possible that yazanye game yesembayo.
I think it was a fairy tale ending. Scoring the winning goal. Kati Man City, they have lost the Guardiola and Luis Diaz. Are they buying defenders?
I think bayogera ku Maguire.
Yeah, they don't Maguire, but the first person they thought about was Semenyo. Goals win you games for anything. Get goals back in. Then once you have the goals, then you defend something. It's hard to think of 6 says what. I'm hoping, but actually bought in Mbuma and Cunha. First and foremost, goals.
Era tulaba nti ziresewo hope kali timu eyambuse
ate defend letting it down. Some of the goals I've considered are very good goals. Goal yokubi yajjo yabadde nnungi nnyo. Some of the goals by Bankuba by the nsajja simba baga akusikana kutamu box. There are no mistakes from my defenders. It's good running and good shooting, and those are goals you take as you try to find.
Score more.
Just score more, and eventually attack is the best form of defense, because now it's hard to fear your team. They don't overlap as before. The confidence they had to go before. If it's again,
Raya,
it's a process.
Arsenal zifulumya lineup: Raya, Gabriel, Gyokeres, Vinkapi, Odegaard, Rice, Saka, Saliba, Timber, Trossard, Zubimendi, Alisson, Bradley, Frimpong, Gapco, Gravenberch, Kakies, Konate, McAllister, Soboslai, Van Dijk, Wits. Okay. Zizo zifulumya. Prediction yo keke.
Must win game for both Arsenal. In a too much quality. Baliwaka, the fans are up for it. It's a big game. Liverpool have seen it over the past beat good Arsenal teams. Neil Mellor back in 20. But short, Liverpool had no corners the entire game. Arsenal were the better squad. They were the unbeaten squad. Liverpool has done big things, so they could fluke the win. But I just feel like this Arsenal team is too what's the word? Too ready. And Arteta, being a former Evertonian, has a bit of Merseyside beef for Liverpool. He wants to beat them and beat them in defending champions. It looks like a comfortable home win for Arsenal. Alisson is back now without Salah. 3-1 Arsenal.
3-1 Arsenal. Okay. Nanga I think go Arsenal. Arsenal siroza ante bajona.
Which so good secret asoka nakola nebintu.
Kamwezi.
Kati njaga we bukasajja ko kwa izo.
Bayimanye by'omupiira. Bayimanye.
But yeah, I mean, utunya form, depth. Sana bana. Ni woji hating ota.
Okiriza. Chelsea bichibe bakoze Rose Senior. Liam Rossinia, English boy, black boy. It's a victory for black coaches, but Baziranyo that a chance.
Yeah, after a chance here, of course, you won't last long. Quiet Chelsea to a coach. I think Bakula changed just to show that they have power over any manager. But he's one of theirs. I was coaching in Strasbourg in the system here, Todd Bowley. So I know if they're to fire him in 2 years, he won't leave the system. He'll probably be put back somewhere. Again, it's a beautiful job. The world knows about you. You get paid well, and you could be the new special one. So why not? Why not? You win the ball, I think. Yeah.
Guys.
You go for it.
Go for it. Go for your car wiki package on NDIBA. Katubate. Have yourselves a good night. NDIBA ku DSTV.
Tosiba mupira. Unyumirwa.
Internet jije ko sente bulala siku siba mipira.
Na school fees agenda kumango wasiba kwa Liverpool. Ngoli tushwa Liverpool egenda waje keke yagambya ata. Ninonka birambu kasajja ka webu. Tadda kakadde ka fees kugundi. Wako achwala si mugezi achwala ata just webu mkono gwange yantawanya. Pray first. Tosiba mupira.